Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in today. In this video, we will discuss condo board abuse of power. This typically can take various forms, including corruption, using power for personal gain, such as accepting bribes or kickbacks, excessive control, imposing one's will on others beyond what is reasonable or necessary, often to the detriment of those affected. Discrimination, using power to unfairly treat individuals or groups based on characteristics such as race, gender, religion, or ethnicity. Harassment and intimidation, using power to intimidate or harass others, creating a hostile environment. Neglect of duty, failing to fulfill one's responsibilities or obligations due to apathy or self-interest. Cronyism and nepotism, favoring friends or family members in decision-making processes, regardless of their qualifications or suitability. Violation of rights, ignoring or infringing upon the rights of others, such as freedom of speech, assembly, or privacy. Abuse of power can occur in various settings, including government, workplaces, educational institutions, condo and homeowner associations, and even interpersonal relationships. It often leads to negative consequences such as erosion of trust, inequality, injustice, and societal instability. It is essential to identify and address instances of abuse of power to promote fairness, accountability, and ethical conduct in society. In the greater context of condo associations, it can be even more painful because this abuse of power can directly affect you and your family in the place that you live and spend most of your time. What abuse of power looks like in the context of a condo association. Condo associations, like any governing body, have authority over certain aspects of the condominium community, such as maintenance, finances, and enforcement of rules and regulations. However, when this authority is misused or improperly exercised, it can lead to situations of abuse of power. Here are some examples of potential abuse of power by condo associations. Selective enforcement, enforcing rules and regulations inconsistently or unfairly, targeting certain residents while turning a blind eye to others, can be a form of abuse of power. Financial mismanagement, misusing or embezzling funds, failing to provide transparent financial reports to residents, or making decisions that benefit certain individuals within the association at the expense of others can constitute abuse of power. Excessive fines and fees, imposing unreasonable fines or fees on residents for minor infractions without due process or justification, can be considered abusive behavior. Lack of transparency, withholding information from residents, making decisions without input from homeowners, or holding closed-door meetings without proper notice can erode trust and constitute abuse of power. Bullying and intimidation. Engaging in bullying tactics or intimidating residents who question decisions or voice dissent can create a hostile environment and be indicative of abuse of power. Conflict of interest. Board members or property managers using their positions for personal gain, such as awarding contracts to companies they have a financial interest in, can be a form of abuse of power. What mechanisms can be put in place to help prevent condo board abuse of power? This is a great question, and in general, we believe it's important for residents within a condominium community to be aware of their rights to participate in the governance of the association and to hold their elected board members and property managers accountable for their actions. However, more specifically, we believe you should focus on the following. 1. Establish clear rules and procedures. Define clear rules and procedures for decision-making, enforcement of rules, and financial management within the association. These rules should be written in the association's bylaws and communicated clearly to all residents. 2. Promote transparency. Ensure that board meetings are open to all residents and provide opportunities for residents to voice concerns or ask questions. publish meeting minutes, financial reports, and other important documents to keep residents informed about the association's activities. 3. Implement checks and balances. Establish checks and balances within the association to prevent concentration of power in the hands of a few individuals. This may include term limits for board members, independent oversight committees, or mechanisms for resident input on major decisions. 4. Hold board members accountable. Hold board members accountable for their actions by regularly reviewing their performance and conducting annual elections to ensure turnover and fresh perspectives. Implement processes for the removal of board members who engage in misconduct or abuse of power. 5. Encourage resident participation. Encourage resident participation in the governance of the association by forming committees, holding town hall meetings, and soliciting feedback on important issues. Engaged residents are more likely to hold the board accountable and prevent abuse of power. 6. Provide education and training. Offer education and training opportunities for board members and residents on their rights and responsibilities within the association. This can help prevent misunderstandings and ensure that everyone understands the rules and procedures governing the community. 7. Seek legal advice. Consult with legal professionals specializing in condominium law to ensure that the association's governing documents comply with relevant laws and regulations. Legal advice can also be sought in cases where abuse of power is suspected or allegations of misconduct arise. By implementing these strategies, condo associations can create a culture of transparency, accountability, and fair governance that helps prevent abuse of power and promotes a positive living environment for all residents. In summary, during this video, we outlined the concept of abuse of power, defining it as the misuse or improper exercise of authority or influence by individuals or groups in positions of power. Various forms of abuse of power are identified, including corruption, excessive control, discrimination, harassment, neglect of duty, cronyism, nepotism, and violation of rights. The discussion extends to abuse of power within condo associations, where examples such as selective enforcement, financial mismanagement, excessive fines, lack of transparency, bullying, intimidation, and conflict of interest are highlighted. Mechanisms to prevent condo board abuse of power are then proposed, including establishing clear rules and procedures, promoting transparency, implementing checks and balances, holding board members accountable, encouraging resident participation, providing education and training, and seeking legal advice. Thank you for watching this video. Please share your comments below, and remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel to help support us in producing more HOA-related content. You can also check out our website at hoaexperience.com. As always, we will close on some humor. Why did the HOA president start moonlighting as a magician? Because with a flick of their wand, they could make your dues disappear, straight into their offshore bank account. It's like they're pulling financial rabbits out of hats, except the only trick they've mastered is making your wallet vanish.